Hi, I'm Kottaveiinflux, where every day is a journey into my mind. Gently, I welcome you to my imagination and the next season of my life. I woke up this morning thinking about AI, artificial intelligence, and it's almost like two opposite things, right? Artificial and intuitive intelligence cannot go together. Not really. Not really. Somebody came up with that phrase because it's catchy and it seemingly describes what this new thing is. And you may say, what does that have to do with art? Well, hold on a minute. I'm going to tell you. When I sit here as I'm wrapping up this artist residency in Finland and I think about the next generation, I truly acknowledge that. Stick with me. The first computers is really your mind. It's the fastest, rapidly firing, solution driven, creative thing that exists. And it feeds the technology that we know today, right? And if your brain is the first computer, then definitely your creativity is the first AI. It is the first automated intelligence. It is how we're able to dance and sing and create art from a place that seemingly comes from nowhere. But when you consider, and I'm looking around this beautiful environment now, that I've been taking in all of the nature, all of the smells, all of the tastes of the fresh blueberries and chanterelle, all of the signs that I see. And then in turn, by getting that input from the world around me, the output of what I put out in terms of my art, my writing, my creativity, the great conversations I've had with others, no computer could compare to that. It just can't. And it may seemingly look that way, but if you've ever been in nature, it forces you to have a healthy respect for how small you are in this world and acknowledge that what you bring can be limited, but it also can be very expansive if you allow it. As an art teacher, I remember a student, we were working on a project and I did allow them to use their laptops for reference because it was a rainy day. And I said, "What are you doing?" And the child said, "Oh, I'm Googling how to be creative." What? What? Y'all, what are we doing to these kids? Googling how to be creative. So me being me, I sat the kid in front of the window for 5 minutes in a chair and said, "Sit here and stare outside." After about 2.5 minutes, the student turns around and looks at me and said, "Hey, did you know clouds aren't actually just white? They have a little gray in them." What? What? Observation and your brain processing all will lead you back to you. It will lead you back to you. And the more we unplug, and I'm not saying technology is not a time saver and at this point somewhat necessary to get rid of the mundane. What I'm saying is if you engage your deepest self, if you observe your environment, if you give yourself time to sit with yourself and listen to yourself, you never know what's going to come up on the other side, right? I always say, if you are an artist, you'll do it with your head, your hand, and truly, if you're an artist, some heart. I don't understand the other side. I don't understand how you can be a creative without putting some heart and passion in it, which is why I call myself a multi-passionate artist. I am not passionate about one thing. I'm passionate about a lot of things. And whenever I'm in the moment of creating them, I'm deeply passionate about that thing in particular. There's dust coming from somewhere. Okay, so it's a little hazy. So when you think about the fact that everyone's going, "Oh, AI is going to take over. AI is going to take jobs." I do believe at some point, and remember I said this, there's going to be a reckoning. There's going to be a reckoning. All of this energy we're pouring into automating everything to the point humans can't process themselves, particularly their creativity, it's going to eventually there's going to be a revolution, I believe. And I think even right now, those who know, if you know, you know, the collectors of art, the readers of books and writings, the dancers, the healers, you're seeing it already, because really right now, the privilege is to be able to own and have things that are slowly made, that are hand created, right? Anybody can go on the computer now and throw together a digital painting. And I'm not disregarding that if that's your medium. Hear me out. But anybody can do that, but not everybody can go in and hit that palette and hit a canvas or do that, particular move. There's a couple of good dancers I like to watch. What's his name? Dante Coley. Love watching him. That can make their bodies do certain things. And there's not a lot of writers who can just, out of the confines of their brain, whip some amazing words to the front and write just the perfect poem or create the perfect chapter in a book. That requires you going internal to get something external. And there's no amount of AI that's going to replace the human part, the individual part that pushes our art and creativity out in the world and says, I made that, I was here. Those nuances cannot be captured. I don't care how much someone says they can. So when you're out here thinking, oh my gosh, AI is going to take over the creative world, just hold on a minute, because there will be a reckoning and some kind of revolution. And I hope it's not that only those who have means can afford art, can afford dance and opera and theater and all those things that are beautiful representation of our human experience and our being. I make art because that's what comes through my spirit to do. In the same way that I write poetry, in the same way I make and bake delicious food. For me, that's just another medium. I endeavor to push my creativity to all of its limits. And when I leave this earthly plane, I want to have used it all. I want to have used all the gifts, talents, and abilities that were given to me when I came into this world. And at the least, I want to be able to take myself, throw my full self out into the world and say, Kottaveiinflux was here. Look, these are the artifacts that she left so that you can go back and look and see remnants of her life. I am a quilt of all of the things that I have been, all of the places I've gone, all of the things I'm becoming, all of the people I've touched and who've touched me, all of the nature I've had the opportunity to experience, all of the air I breathe, the great food I've eaten. I am a sum of all the things that I've taken in and spit out creatively for everyone to enjoy. Artists have audacity. We have a lot of audacity. And I say that because we take our whole selves, put them out in the world, and share them with you to be judged, criticized, liked, enjoyed, disliked, and we still do it anyway. So, I am Kottaveiinflux. If you enjoyed this talk, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I love reading the comments. I am Kottaveiinflux, living my life with no ceiling, no floor, no walls, no box, just the world.